Hello Golden State Warriors fans, we are here once again to bring you the latest news related to our team, and I would like to emphasize how committed we are to improving our performance to achieve great results. Before we dive into this intriguing news, I kindly request you to show your support by clicking the like button, and if you are not yet subscribed to our channel, I invite you all to join us on an exciting journey. Remember to turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. Stephen A. Smith on Jimmy Butler's return performance. I was disappointed. Jimmy Butler made his much-anticipated return to the Miami Heat, but the spotlight quickly shifted to the Golden State Warriors, who fell short in a disappointing matchup. Draymond Green had predicted that Butler would bring something special to the game against his former team. However, it was the Miami Heat that turned the tables, decisively defeating the Warriors 112-86. Despite Butler's presence, he only managed to score 11 points, a stark contrast to the Heat's impressive performance, especially after their recent struggles with a 1-10 record in their last 11 games. Fans in Miami relished the victory, but the excitement was tempered by Butler's lackluster showing. Reaction to Butler's performance. Before the game, Butler had expressed confidence, but it was clear that Bam Adebayo effectively neutralized him, scoring 27 points in the process. It raised questions about whether the emotional weight of the occasion was too much for Butler, which seems odd given his extensive experience. Speaking on First Take, Stephen A. Smith didn't hold back in his critique of Butler's performance, having witnessed the game firsthand at the Kazia Center. I was disappointed because I expected Jimmy Butler to come out aggressive, and that just wasn't the case, he said. Smith provided a broader perspective on what Butler's subdued performance signifies in terms of his status among NBA superstars. It highlights the difference between a star and a superstar, he explained. There are moments when you need to step up, and we know that Jimmy is the kind of player who shines in the playoffs. That's why we admire him so much. I really wished we could have seen that last night. Impact on the team's dynamics. Butler's underwhelming performance reverberated through the team, especially amidst ongoing discussions about the Heat culture following a challenging stretch. Former Heat veteran Udonis Haslem's supportive words had also drawn criticism, but Smith believes the team showcased its culture against the Warriors. He elaborated, "In the grand scheme of things, this win means a lot. After all the noise surrounding Butler's departure from Miami, it was important to return to the court and show what they're made of. Knowing Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra, they don't tolerate this kind of passivity. They respond to the buzz, the headlines, and they expect their players to show up." Smith continued, "Jimmy Butler was once a cornerstone of that aggressive culture. It would have been great to see him embody that last night. Instead, he seemed incredibly passive and not at all aggressive. It felt like he was just trying to get through the night, and as a result, the entire team mirrored that energy." As the Heat move forward, the spotlight will be on Butler to reclaim his aggressive style and inspire his teammates. The playoffs are just around the corner, and Miami will need the real Jimmy Butler if they hope to make a deep run. The anticipation is high, and fans are eager to see Butler return to form, reminding everyone why he's considered a true superstar in the league. As the Heat move past this game, the focus will be on how Jimmy Butler responds in the upcoming matches. Fans and analysts alike are hoping to see the aggressive, playmaking Butler they know can elevate the team. The upcoming schedule includes crucial games that could determine playoff positioning, making it essential for Butler to find his rhythm quickly. The implications of Butler's performance extend beyond just this one game. With the playoffs approaching, the Heat need their star player at his best to compete against the elite teams in the Eastern Conference. A lackluster performance in the postseason could cast doubt on the team's championship aspirations, especially with the pressure mounting from fans and the media. Furthermore, the chemistry within the team will be vital. The Heat have shown flashes of brilliance but have also struggled with consistency. Butler's ability to lead by example is critical in building that cohesion. If he can find his footing and inspire his teammates, it could spark a much-needed resurgence as they gear up for the playoffs. Udonis Haslem's leadership will also play a pivotal role in guiding the younger players through this period of uncertainty. His experience and vocal presence can help instill the Heat culture that has defined the franchise for years. Haslem has been a champion of resilience, and now is the time for that message to resonate throughout the locker room. Stephen A. Smith's comments reflect a broader concern among fans, the need for accountability and the urgency to reclaim the identity that has made the Heat a formidable contender. The organization prides itself on its work ethic and tenacity, and this loss serves as a wake-up call to not take their status for granted. Looking ahead, the Heat have an opportunity to solidify their standing in the East with upcoming matchups that could provide both challenges and chances for redemption. If Butler can channel the energy and focus that made him a superstar, he could not only silence critics but also inspire the team to reach new heights. The next few games will be pivotal for Miami as they seek to build momentum. With the playoffs fast approaching, it's crucial for Butler and the Heat to come together, showcasing the resilience and determination that fans have come to expect. The basketball world is watching, eager to see how Butler responds and how it will shape the narrative for the Heat as they chase their championship goals. The pressure is on, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Steve Kerr shares honest thoughts on Steph Curry's return against the Pelicans. The numbers don't look great. Golden State Warriors head coach Steve Kerr opened up about Stephen Curry's performance as he made his comeback to the court. While the Warriors boast several standout players like Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green, it's clear that Curry is the heartbeat of the team, making everything click seamlessly. This was particularly evident during his recent absence due to a tailbone injury. The Warriors faced tough losses against the Atlanta Hawks and the Miami Heat while Curry was sidelined, highlighting just how vital he is to the team's success. Fortunately, he helped the Dubs snap their losing streak with a victory over the New Orleans Pelicans. In his return, the baby-faced assassin recorded 23 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, and 3 steals. After the game, Kerr shared his thoughts during the post-game press conference, expressing his satisfaction with Curry's performance. "I thought he looked fantastic," Kerr said. "He was moving well and taking care of the ball. Overall, I think Steph had an excellent game." However, some critics pointed to Curry's shooting struggles, as he finished with just 33.3% from the field. "He missed his last 5 or 6 three-pointers, so the numbers don't look great," Kerr acknowledged, "but he seemed like himself out there, and I think that week off really did him good." Reflecting on the severity of his injury, Curry sustained the tailbone issue after a hard fall during a game against the Toronto Raptors. He compared it to a similar injury he experienced in 2021 when he suffered a hairline fracture. "It reminded me of when I fell on the stairs in Houston in 2021. Thankfully, I didn't break anything or suffer any bone damage," he noted. "I'll feel this for a while, but I can play without making it worse, as long as I don't fall on it again," Curry reassured fans regarding his current health. He also acknowledged the challenges of returning to regular minutes after his time off. "Having a week off is great because you're rested. But getting back into the rhythm and handling your regular minutes can be a bit of a challenge. In the end, it's about controlling the game and not doing anything reckless." With the Warriors now sitting at 42-31, tied with the Los Angeles Clippers, they're currently ranked 7th in the Western Conference. As they continue to navigate the season, Curry's return offers a renewed sense of hope and energy for the team as they push toward the playoffs. As the Warriors look to build on this momentum, Curry's presence on the court is crucial not just for their immediate performance but also for their playoff aspirations. With the season winding down, every game becomes increasingly important, and having their star player back provides a significant boost in confidence for the entire team. Kerr noted that Curry's leadership extends beyond just his scoring ability. "He elevates everyone's game," Kerr emphasized. "His energy and vision on the court create opportunities for his teammates. Even if his shooting wasn't where he wanted it to be, the threat of him being out there opens up the floor." Looking ahead, the Warriors will face a challenging schedule, including matchups against several playoff contenders. This stretch will test their depth and resilience, especially as they work to solidify their standing in the competitive Western Conference. The chemistry between Curry and his teammates will be vital, particularly as they seek to establish a rhythm heading into the postseason. Additionally, Curry's recovery will be closely monitored by fans and analysts alike. With the playoffs approaching, questions linger about how he will manage his health while also ramping up his performance. Curry expressed confidence in his ability to navigate these challenges, stating, "I'm focused on staying healthy and helping my team get where we want to be." The impact of Curry's return also extends to the fan base. Warriors supporters have been eager for his comeback, and the atmosphere at recent games has reflected their excitement. The energy in the arena, amplified by Curry's presence, creates a home court advantage that could be pivotal in crucial matchups. As the narrative surrounding the Warriors unfolds, discussions about their potential playoff run are heating up. Analysts are beginning to speculate on whether this team, with Curry at the helm, can make a deep postseason push, possibly challenging for another championship. The Warriors have been here before, and their experience could play a critical role in high-pressure situations. In a league where every game counts, the Warriors' ability to stay healthy and maintain their competitive edge will be paramount. As they strive to climb the standings, Curry's leadership will be instrumental in guiding the team through both triumphs and challenges. With the playoffs on the horizon, the Warriors are poised to make a statement. If Curry can find his shooting rhythm while continuing to facilitate for his teammates, they could emerge as a formidable force in the postseason. The stage is set, and the stakes are high. Fans and players alike are ready to see how this chapter unfolds in the Warriors' quest for glory. In a somewhat chaotic victory for the Warriors on Friday night, they managed to defeat the struggling New Orleans Pelicans 111-95 at the Smoothie King Center. They desperately needed someone to step up and pull them out of a tough situation. Enter Steph Curry. His return was crucial, as he scored 23 points in 34 minutes after missing the previous 2 games due to a pelvic injury, 2 losses against teams with losing records. Curry's explosive 13-point surge in the second quarter, including 3 three-pointers, was a game-changer on a night when the rest of the Warriors shot a dismal 8 for 39, 20.5%, from beyond the arc. In games like this, the Warriors rely on a player to take charge and drive to the basket. That's where Jonathan Kuminga comes in. He has always been the X-factor who can elevate the Warriors' performance or struggle to find his fit in the lineup. Kuminga contributed significantly, scoring 16 points in just 23 minutes, leading all bench players while shooting 5 for 9 from the field. His 7 rebounds marked his best performance since returning from a lengthy ankle injury. Jonathan was great, Kerr said to reporters after the win. He gives us the ability to attack the rim. He got to the free throw line 8 times and grabbed some good rebounds, so I thought he had a solid night. What stood out was how Kerr utilized Kuminga offensively. The Warriors coach cleverly took advantage of the complementary skills between Curry and Kuminga. Just over a minute after entering the game for Jimmy Butler, Kuminga made his first basket of the night. Curry received a pass from a free throw, quickly maneuvered to the left wing, where Kuminga found him. After setting a screen for Curry, both defenders were drawn to the sharpshooter, allowing Kuminga to roll to the basket. Curry hit him with a perfect pass, and Kuminga finished with a left-handed layup. He followed that with a floater from 10 feet after slicing through the defense. Kuminga's next highlight was an alley-oop layup set up by a beautiful pass from Draymond Green, starting with him screening for Curry again, which drew 2 defenders and opened a lane for the dunk. In another play, Curry set a back screen for Kuminga, creating a one-on-one opportunity. Kuminga drove to the hoop for a layup, showcasing his strength and agility. His last basket was a confident 7-foot jumper, exactly what the Warriors needed on a night when their 3-point shooting was lacking. The Warriors needed Kuminga's power, especially when their outside shooting was off. Using him as a screener for Curry proved to be highly effective. When JK sets that ball screen for Steph, it puts a lot of pressure on the defense, Kerr explained. That was essential tonight. They connected on 3 or 4 of those plays, which was really helpful. All 5 of Kuminga's baskets came from within 10 feet of the rim, and he made 6 of 8 free throws, hitting his first 6 before missing 2 after colliding knees with Yves Missy in the fourth quarter. He's a force when he gets into the paint and has a mismatch or downhill opportunity, Curry said. If I can draw attention and get him in position, he's really improved at reading the angles and finding openings when there's nothing there. We need to capitalize on that depending on the matchups. I can start with his pick and roll or set him up in a position of advantage, and he can take over. In addition to his scoring, Kuminga recorded 3 impressive assists. Just 2 minutes into his first stint, he split the defense with a perfectly placed bounce pass, leading to a dunk by Quinton Post. He also set Curry up for a layup during a fast break and found Post again for a 3-pointer. Although Kuminga's defensive rating of 95 tied for the best on the team alongside Green, he didn't have as much of an impact defensively as the Warriors would have liked, especially with Gary Payton II sidelined due to a thumb injury. Still, the positives from his performance cannot be overlooked. Kuminga is still finding his fit alongside Butler, but he's a dangerous weapon with Curry. In the playoffs, matchups can often come down to power versus power, and no one has more potential to ignite a spark than Kuminga. Kerr doesn't need to force it, but finding ways to keep Kuminga involved and maximizing his impact in these final weeks of the regular season could be the secret ingredient to elevate the Warriors to new heights. As the Warriors approach the final stretch of the regular season, Kuminga's growing role alongside Curry becomes increasingly significant. With the playoffs looming, the team is keen to capitalize on every opportunity to build chemistry and establish a winning rhythm. The combination of Curry's sharpshooting and Kuminga's explosive athleticism can be a game-changer, especially against teams that struggle to defend fast-paced offenses. Kerr emphasized the importance of maintaining momentum in the coming weeks. Every game counts now, he said. We need to be sharp and ready for any challenge. Jonathan's contributions will be vital, not just for scoring but for energizing the entire team. Curry also acknowledged the significance of their partnership on the court. "When we're both clicking, it opens up so many options," he noted. "Having a guy like JK who can roll to the basket and finish strong creates mismatches that defenses can't ignore. We need to keep building on that." The implications of Kuminga's development extend beyond individual games. They can influence the Warriors' playoff seeding and potential matchups. With the Western Conference being highly competitive, every win could be the difference between a favorable or tough playoff draw. Analysts are already speculating about the Warriors' potential playoff opponents, and having Kuminga firing on all cylinders could tilt the scales in their favor. Moreover, the Warriors' depth will be put to the test in the coming games, particularly with injuries still lingering in the roster. Gary Payton II's absence leaves a gap in defensive intensity, and the team will need Kuminga to step up not just offensively but also as a versatile defender. His ability to guard multiple positions will be crucial in tight playoff games where every possession matters. As the Warriors prepare for their next matchups, including key games against top contenders, the coaching staff is focused on refining their strategies. The synergy between Curry and Kuminga will likely be a focal point of their game plan, as they look to exploit defensive weaknesses. In the locker room, there's a palpable sense of urgency and excitement. Veterans are sharing their playoff experiences, and the younger players, including Kuminga, are soaking it all in. The camaraderie within the team is strong, and that chemistry can make a significant difference when the pressure mounts in the postseason. As Kuminga continues to evolve, fans are buzzing with anticipation. They remember the potential he showed early in the season and are eager to see him thrive in crucial moments. With Curry leading the way and Kuminga stepping up, the Warriors are not just aiming for a playoff appearance, they're positioning themselves as a formidable contender. The next few games will be critical for the Warriors to solidify their identity as they gear up for the playoffs. If Kuminga can maintain his momentum and the team continues to gel, they could very well make a deep run, reminding everyone of their championship pedigree. The excitement is building, and the Warriors are ready to rise to the occasion.